Before we get started really quick, because this is a very heavy topic and I feel like a lot of people struggle with the topic that I will be discussing today, I honestly want to say a quick prayer for everyone watching. God, I ask you to use me as a vessel to the ones watching to help them. I ask that every word come out of my mouth be appointed from you, and that everything that they hear be taken into not just their ears but their hearts. Amen. Welcome back to the White Table, gang. Y'all ready for this discussion?
This is your captain speaking.
Being toxic is defined as being poisonous or being very harmful or unpleasant in an insidious way. Everyone that is toxic does not have to be abusive, manipulative, hurtful. They could honestly be just somebody who is messing up your path and the things that you have going on. So they might not do anything to hurt you physically, emotionally, or anything like that. But the way that they act and your love for them and you staying around them, even though they act that way, can be still harmful and toxic. And this goes for your spouse, your friends, your family, even the people at your job. A job can be just as toxic as the people around you. The first step in detaching from toxic people around you is to take accountability first. You don't know that they're toxic when they come into your life, but you start to see that they have a toxic pattern or they are doing things that you do not agree with, but you still keep them around. It will continue to get worse and worse as you continue to let those toxic people stay. So I just want the first step to always be accountability. We are not blaming ourselves for what those people did to us, what they took from us, how they manipulated us, how we're not saying that it is our fault. If you're watching this video, I feel like someone already comes to your mind, whether it's a family member, whether it's a loved one, whether it's a friend. You are watching this video because you feel like this is something that is very hard for you to do, and you need something or somebody to give you a sign to tell you that it's time to let this person go. I just want to start off by saying, as soon as you click this video, that was a sign that it's finally time to let that person go. You probably do not know how, and that's what I'm going to help you do. But if you are feeling in this moment right now that this is someone you have to get away from, no matter how much you love them, no matter how much you feel like you see the potential in them and their growth, I promise you, staying around someone that is toxic is only going to further their toxicness. You cannot help someone that does not want to help themselves. So if you feel like you can change somebody, you can fix somebody, you can love somebody through their problems, I guarantee you that is not the case. It is not true. You are not the problem. They do not need you. They're harming you by saying, oh, I need you. You leaving me. How could you leave me alone? I already have nobody and you leaving me too. I know that just triggers somebody. I know that just triggers somebody. Like, oh, yeah, that person do said it to me a lot. And I know that's triggering. And I know people be like, oh, you think you better than me now? You want to be away from me? You feel like you better than me in regards to friends or regards to family. Oh, but I raised you. Like, it's just so many things that a toxic person will say to keep you around, to keep you poisoned. You know that it's time to remove them. And I'm really praying and hoping that this video helps. Let's start off by saying who. Who is the toxic person or people in your life? And then the next is what? What did they do? What did they do to make you feel like that you should detach from them? And of course, you can write this down. You can honestly go name by name. Who, what, when, where, why, how. The when. When did the toxicness begin? When did you start to notice these patterns? When did you decide to be like, ooh, this might get me into trouble? The timeline matters to from the first time you met them to now. Because honestly, the longer you stay in a toxic situation, the harder it is to break away from. So who did it? What did they do? And when did you start noticing a pattern? Because what they did to make you feel like you need to detach from them may not be when you started noticing their patterns of toxicness. The where are you now? Where are you now at this point in your life that made you feel like this could hurt me if I do not leave? This could hurt me if I do not detach. Where are you now in the process of detaching? Can you do it? Where are you in your journey for you to feel like that this is what you need to do now in order for you to level up in your life. Why? Why do you feel like you have to completely detach from this person in order for your life to be better? Is this person calling you all the time and telling you their problems and it's draining your days? Why? Why do you have to leave this job? Is it the work environment toxic? Do you have a creepy boss? Or are they stealing from you? Like, why? Is this person always calling you to ask for money and nothing else? Is this person belittling you? Why do you feel like detaching from this person is so important to your growth? And lastly, how? How would removing yourself from this toxic person make you feel? Removing yourself from somebody you love, first of all, it will always be sad. It will always be something that it's hard to think about. I've been around this person all my life. I have to remove them. I talk to this person every day now. I feel like I have to remove them. I've been friends with this person since kindergarten, but I feel like I have to remove them. How does it make you feel? It could honestly make you feel happy. It could also make you feel happy, but because you're afraid that it was going to make them sad, you still stay in it. You stay in a lot of relationships that you know with toxic people because you feel like that if I remove myself, I would upset this person or I would make this person sad. And I don't want to do that. Yes, you do. I'm not sure when y'all watching this video, but this is the last couple months of 2024 and it's time to get very, very selfish. It's just too much going on in the world right now to make other people your main priority, especially if you don't even have your stuff together. You can no longer care about what somebody else wants when you don't even have all of your needs met. And you need to focus on yourself. So how would you feel once you detach from this person? I have a Bible scripture actually from Corinthians. Touch no unclean thing and I will receive you. And that is basically saying until you remove toxic people from your life, you will not have a better one. That's God basically saying, when you remove those toxic people, then I got you. Until then, you will still be poisoned. And I cannot cure you of that poison until you're ready to cure yourself. When you're ready to cure yourself of that poison, come on, come holler at me. God, like, come on, holler at me. Get rid of them. Come talk to me. We're going to figure it out together. And everything you need and want in life, I'm going to have for you. But I know if I give it to you now, you're going to try to give it something to them. If you're watching this video and you did the who, what, when, where, why, hows, and you still don't feel like you may need to cut them off, when it comes to your morals and values, it will easily help you figure out who needs to stay in your life and who needs to be let go. When discussing your morals and values, you really basically want to put down things that are important to you. Morals are a person's belief in what they believe is wrong and right. There's some things that you think are wrong that some people might not think is wrong. There's some things you think is right that people don't believe is right. And when it comes down to establishing relationships, that is very important. You wouldn't be I'm gonna speak about me. Let me talk about myself. There's some people believe that talking about people there's no problem with talking about a stranger in public, what they got on, how their hair look, how they're dressed. To me, you're dead ass wrong. And I do not want to hang around someone who feel like they're above someone else because of the clothes they wear, the hairstyle they have, the car they have, the house they live in. So it will be in my moral compass to not be friends with that person. It's not about perspective. It is about if you align or not. When writing down your morals, you're basically saying what you would not deal with. People that you would not deal with. Things that someone can have, that if they have those characteristics, you cannot deal with them. And values are just the beliefs and principles you feel like anyone should carry. A couple of values that I feel like are very important with the people that I'm dealing with is their ability to be accountable for themselves. I hate someone who blames everyone and says that it was not their fault at all. I cannot be friends or close to someone who can't hold themselves accountable for any of the situations they are in. Being respectful is another value that I hold near and dear. I don't like when people cuss out people that they don't know. I don't like people who are loud and mean and yelling at people for no reason. You can't even yell at the waiter around me. I don't care if they got your order wrong. You say it with some respect. People who are not respectful and like to yell and be loud and be obnoxious, it gives me the ick. So I would not put myself in a position to hang with someone who is like that. to avoid, one, knocking them out because why are you so rude? And two, because it's toxic. So when you're writing down your morals and values and then you are looking at the people around you, see how well those align. If the people around you do not align with your morals and values, you can never be on one accord. You will always find something wrong in something they do, or they will always find something wrong in what you do. There's people who don't care about being respectful. No, I told that waiter what I wanted and that got my stuff wrong and I'm hungry. Oh my gosh, I'm just so hungry and that gonna get my order wrong. I said it to that 5 times. No, I ready to leave this. Y'all heard it? And then some people be like, yeah, that waiter. Like some people align morally and be like, yeah, forget that waiter. That waiter did X, Y, Z to you. Let's run out on his bill. You know, some people can really be disrespectful as well. And that's why they align. But if I would be embarrassed sitting at the table with someone who acts like that. I would be embarrassed. And now I got a bad rep because I'm around someone who was doing bad things. Birds of a feather looking like they flocking together. It's toxic. And the only people who will find it okay being disrespectful like that is a toxic person. Another thing about the people around you is that you really have to think about your aspirations in life and theirs. No, this person may not be rude to you, disrespectful to you. You know them for a long time. You love them. They're genuine. They're true. They never lied to you. They always got your back. But how far is that going to take you into your journey as a success? How far is that going to take you when y'all are separate? You're working on your business, your craft, your content, and they're out partying and drinking and smoking their days away. That is somebody you're going to depart from anyways. You want to start a business. You're in nursing school. You're executive of a company. You're in esthetician school. You're doing all these different things when you're away from this person. And then when y'all come together, you're talking about all the good things going on in your life, and they're talking about all the negative things going on in their life. Which one is more entertaining? Which topic do you think will be discussed the most when you are having so many good things going on in your life and there are so many negative things going on? We all know entertainment is better when it's negative. So you are consuming your mind with this person's problems and everything that this person is going through, while also trying to be a better person and build yourself to where you need to go. So no matter how much you think that you would not lose that friend, lose that family member, lose that spouse, in due time, you will depart. So let's go ahead and cut that time down now so it will hurt a little less. You have to decide if it's going to be them or you. You gotta look at everybody in your life and be like, you or me. Because if you pick them, you're ruining yourself. If you pick you, you're gonna reach levels of success you didn't even know was possible. Because you thought that you needed certain people to get up that ladder. Well, all you need is God. Yourself and God. Because God don't put 15 people on one ladder. It will break. It will fall down. So when you thinking about things and thinking about the people in your life and how it affect you, you or me. It's either you or me. And I'm choosing me every time. There's multiple questions you should ask yourself when trying to decide if someone disrupts your peace. The first question is, do they trigger you? Do interactions with this person create a negative response? Do you cuss more around this person? Do you drink more around this person? Do you smoke more around this person? Do you fight more around this person? Do you get irritated around this person? Do you get sensitive around this person? Do this person make you cry? Do this person make you feel less than? Do this person make you feel like nothing? Do you hurt more than you're happy with this person? People will say, oh, we had so many good times though. Like, I know we had some bad times, but when it was good, it was good. Duh. But what were you doing while it was good? Preparing for the next time it gets bad. Is loving this person making you hate yourself? Do this person tell you, oh my gosh, you don't need to be eating all that? Oh my gosh, I hate when your hair is like that. Oh yeah, you are getting bigger. You look in the mirror every day, checking your weight every day to make sure you don't gain no weight so this person won't leave you. You wearing a hairstyle that you hate because this person say they like it. I don't like girls who make up or makeup before you. Now you hate it. I'm going to stop wearing it. I'm going to stop looking beautiful and dressing how I want to dress and having my hair how I want to have it just to make this person smile. I hate it, but I love them and they love it. No. Absolutely. Hell nah. I want to. Nah. Read my lips. Nah. For real. Let me hold your hand when I say this. If you're unhappy, it's unhealthy. And I'm not talking about no food. I'm not talking about because that salad was nasty, you don't want to eat it because it make you unhappy eating that salad. Because we know for a fact you eating that salad because you want to be healthier. Don't get it. Don't try to twist my words around. But if a person is making you unhappy, the situation you're in with that person will always be unhealthy. Another thing that happens a lot when dealing with toxic people is that you tend to become toxic yourself. Is their toxic nature making you be toxic as well? Corinthians again, y'all. Chapter 15, verse 33. Do not be misled. Bad company destroys good character. You could have felt like the best person in the world, but as soon as you get around certain people, your toxicness, your pettiness, your hatefulness, your irritation, everything just escalates because they triggered you in some way, shape, or form that made you be like them. Their appearance disrupted your peace. Their voice irritated your eardrum. And your first thought when they came around is, this person always has me messed up. I'm finna mess their ass up. Choosing to be toxic backs up people that were toxic to you. Because in your mind, it's supposed to make you feel a little bit better. Because you may feel played with. You may feel like they got one up on you. And you feel like you would never let that happen again. So instead, you decide to be toxic back to them. And now it's a tit for tat with this person because you haven't found peace and you haven't learned to give grace. Okay, look, I need my phone for this scripture, y'all. Do not make friends with a hot-tempered person. Do not associate with one easily angered, or you may learn their ways and get yourself ensnared. Proverbs, chapter 22, verses 24-25. This means that someone will purposely anger you to get you angry with them. People's main things when they say something petty or be spiteful or when they're toxic is to make the other person angry and be toxic back. Once you get angry back and start cussing them back out and hitting them and throwing stuff and going off on social media, they won. And I guarantee you, you looked crazier replying back than they did saying anything at all because you gave it the time of day. Instead of it looking like they're talking to themselves, you gave them a response to let people know it's a conversation. The goal for the toxic person is to make you say things worse than what they said. So that when they apologize, now you also have to apologize to them. They put the rod in the water and you took the bait. So now y'all both are people that are sorry. Now you have to apologize for saying things that they not convinced you to say because you didn't have to say it, that they wanted you to say. They knew that you were going to get angry enough to respond. Because once they say something and then you say something back, they think that you're even. And they won't just use you. They'll start going to your friends, your family members, social media. They'll try to destroy your character to convince you to defend yourself. I'm saying all these terrible things about you to everybody we're around, to everybody on social media, because I know you're going to defend yourself and look crazy. And that's when you say, you got it. I'm not about to stand up for myself. I'm not about to get on social media with paragraphs and black pictures in order to defend myself. I'm going to let you be the toxic person that you are and let you look crazy on your own. A lot of people are like, I got to get my get back, I got to get my get back, I got to get my get back. That's two toxic people. You and them. You cannot engage with toxic people, especially when their main goal is to interrupt your peace and make you angry and make you toxic like them. Do not get angry with them. Some people are like, oh, I'm not mature enough for that yet. I'm not mature enough for that. You're in the wrong video. If you're not mature enough for that yet, you're on the wrong video. I love y'all. Y'all know I do. But this is about growth. This is about separating your ego from your success. Separating your pride from your success. Because why do you care so much about what this person is telling everybody else? Why do you care so much about what this person is saying? Why are you trying to prove people wrong when the only person you need to be proven wrong is God? You need to be telling God, I am above this. I am no longer down here. You have given me the strength to walk away from this situation. And now the only person I can trust is you. They can laugh at me now. They can laugh at what this toxic person is saying about me now. But I know for a fact that they'll all be laughing at each other. Because I'm going to be at a level of success that they didn't even think I would get. Because this person was lying on my name and they were believing it. So when I'm taking off in life and when I'm hitting all these different levels and these different goals and reaching things, new house, new car, new job, they'll just be sitting and watching me achieve these things and possibly still talking bad, but that doesn't matter. I've proven to God that I'm worthy enough to be taken to higher places in life because I decided not to be as tempered as the toxic people that were trying to provoke me. I chose peace. I chose grace. I chose God. That was how to detach from toxic people that also want you to be toxic. Those are the people that you have to get rid of, leave alone, and just honestly ignore them. It will be hard, I promise you, but you will get it. Because I think it's funnier to watch them talk to themselves than it is to reply back. Just block them, leave it alone. Now we're going to talk about how to detach from people that honestly just aren't beneficial to you. They may not be abusive, manipulative, or anything like that, but they aren't good for your growth. Whether it's your spiritual growth, your mental growth, your financial growth, your emotional growth, being around them wouldn't help you become a better person. So instead of staying around them because they haven't harmed you in a way of abuse, any type of emotional, mental, physical abuse, you still have to remove them in order to prosper in life. So this is going to be how to detach from them. And these are the people that it is hardest to detach from. With this part, you're kind of going to go back to your morals and values because this is where those people come in at. They may not be abusive in any way, shape, or form, but they also just might not align with you morally. Try to have a discussion with them about their plans for the future before you just completely decide to remove them, because what you know you want to do 3 months from now, 3 years from now, if it doesn't honestly align or it isn't beneficial to them, or they say they don't care, or that they say they're going to take it one step at a time, you honestly know that you're all on two different paths and it's okay. You just can't walk together on the path that y'all are on. Try to have a conversation with them in person with no substances involved, like no alcohol, no marijuana. Try to do it fully sober, maybe a cute little lunch date or a breakfast date or a walk in the park, anything very minimal. I totally do not agree with having this conversation on FaceTime or in text messages. I did it in text messages to someone I truly love, and I have regretted it to this day. I've got to, of course, apologize in person, but it's very cowardly. It was cowardly of me to do it in a text message, and that's how I'm letting y'all know it would be a coward move to take a step back from someone that you truly love in the text message. Having no substance involved will also remove the abilities for anyone to manipulate the other person. Sometimes you do stuff while you're drunk that you wouldn't do while you're sober in order to avoid being like overly emotional. When you first begin talking to them, of course, ask them how they are and make sure you're not placing the blame on them at all. I want you to take full accountability because at the end of the day, it is your decision. It is your decision to decide to remove yourself from them. It's you who is changing. You're the one who decided to make this drastic change. You didn't know what you wanted to do 3 months or 3 years from now, a while ago. Now you're deciding to make that change. So you're changing the dynamic of your friendship, not the other person. So fully take the blame as to why you are deciding to separate. Let them know that the season you're in is requiring a lot of self-reflection and a long time. Remind them that they are a good person. No matter what they're doing in life, how you feel about their actions and the reason why you want to part ways, remind them that they were a good friend, a good family member, a good partner. Remind them that the times that you all had together and the memories you made together were not fake. You are not being fraudulent. You are not doing this because you do not like them or you do not love them. Do not make them feel like they're a problem, because they're not a problem. The way they live their life is not a problem. And you cannot say that it's a problem because you were just doing it with them. The life they were living, you were just living it too. Because it may just be a problem for you. They may be living their best life. And that's okay. The way they decide to live their life is their version of their best life. And it is not your place to judge them for what they decide to keep doing. You're currently judging yourself and your actions, and that's why you're deciding to step away from them. It has nothing to do with that person. You are stepping away from them because you need to be better for yourself. And you sadly cannot do that with them because of your conversations, because the way you guys hang out, where you all hang out, the things that they like to partake in that you're no longer trying to partake in. It's simple as that. We are growing apart. You have to let them know how important your relationship is to them and that it will always be. I will never find another person like you that does X, Y, and Z. Name things and characteristics about them that you know for a fact will be hard for you to not see every day. Your laugh, the way you joke, you're the funniest person I know. Let them know that it does not feel good to be having this conversation. This conversation is breaking my heart, and I apologize if it's breaking yours as well because you did not see this coming. And I'm taking full responsibility on hurting your feelings. They can be like, oh, my feelings not hurt, forget you. They can have a terrible response to everything you say. But when it comes to a point where someone has to understand and someone truly loves you and want to see you grow, it wouldn't matter if it's with them or not. So ignore and give grace to the people who do be spiteful back at you. It honestly would make you feel better parting ways because like, oh, thank God I got away from that. You're not detaching from them as a person because they're a terrible person. You're detaching from them because you're trying to become a better one. If your friend turned into your enemy because you decide to part ways, that says a lot about the friendship. Anyways, at the end of the day, you cannot break away from toxic people if you are a willing participant. I do got another verse real quick before we get out of here, okay? Do not repay evil with evil or insult with insult. On the contrary, repay evil with blessing, because to this you were called so that you may inherit a blessing. 1 Peter 3rd chapter 9th verse. If y'all don't know what I just said, don't go tit for tat. Pray for them. And God will bless you for not going tit for tat and praying for them. I really enjoyed this topic, and I really hope this helps somebody today. I love when we come to the white table. Yeah, I love this white table. I love this room. Y'all like her? Okay, anyways. Sorry if I made y'all cry or made y'all feel away. I hope y'all had y'all like writing pads down and got some of this. Of course, just rewatch the video. But I love y'all so much. I really hope y'all can break away and detach from these toxic people, because toxic people can also take your life. They can take your life. They can take your youth. It can be family, spouse, friends. It could be anybody. But I guarantee you, when you choose God and choose to be more selfish so that you can pour more into your faith and pour more into your spirituality, I promise you, you will have a better chance at succeeding than you would have a better chance to change somebody else. Love yourself. Stop being a people pleaser. Stop being an enabler. And focus on yourself. Focus on God and some kids if y'all got them. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and turn on y'all post notifications. Y'all know I got a discussion for y'all either every Sunday or every other Sunday. I be missing sometimes. See y'all next time at the white table.